What's going on? How you doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're getting shit done because that's all you can do. Can't stop, won't stop, because life don't stop. So you can't stop. You see what I'm saying? You see how this goes? Get shit done. Get your goals and your shit done. If you're not sure about that, check out the first episode of Casually Uncomfortable because I am now at episode 266. That means I'm getting shit done. And I'm glad to be doing said shit. I'm having fun. I notice little things. I'm a weird son of a bitch. Like when I started this episode and I plugged into my tablet and I looked at the percentage of my battery, it said 66. And that's my favorite number. One of my favorite numbers, excuse me. 6 is my favorite number because I was born on the 6th. And 66 was my football number because that was my uncle's football number. Defensive lineman, baby. Whoop, whoop. That was me. And I'm not really sure why he chose 66, but I have an idea, and this is my theory. He was a hardcore Trekkie. And I wish he was here today so I could talk to him and ask him some crazy questions about that, because what I remember is he was a reader. He would read the Star Trek books and he would watch every single fucking episode that came on television. Crazy. And what I want to know is if he picked number 66 because of Order 66 in Star Wars, where they killed off the Jedi. Execute Order 66. And that's when they just started taking out Jedi, young and old. If your name was Jedi at the beginning, you were done, son. So I often wonder if that was a reason also that he chose 66 as his number. I don't know, but I would like to think that that is the reason why. But yeah, it's just weird things that I notice. Monday, March 16th, there's a 6. Episode 66, there's 2 more 6s. Started this at my battery percentage of 66. There's another couple 6s. Damn! I don't know. I'm weird. But that's why you're here. Because you love this weird son of a bitch. It's time to get casually uncomfortable with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised. Again, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me. As you know, this is episode 266. It's 266 weeks of having fun, of doing something that I enjoy. And I always said, when I started this podcast, if I wasn't having fun, then I would shut the whole damn operation down. But I haven't. I'm still doing it. I'm still here. I'm having fun. But this episode, I titled The Prologue, because without giving away a lot of information, there's going to be big changes happening within the next few weeks. My life is going to be changing for the positive. But this is the setup to the new chapter that's going to start May the 5th. That is the plan. The next few weeks are going to be busy weeks for me. But in the end, it will open up more doors. And look, I'm just going to keep on with the podcast. And we'll talk about it when we come to that door entitled The New Chapter. And just know that I'm putting in the time, the work, and the effort. And I pray to the good Lord that it all works out the way that it should. Because that's life, man. You just got to live it. There's nothing else you can do but live life to the fullest. Without going above and beyond and too far over. Just live it. Just have fun. And that's what I'm glad to be doing. All right, let's move into some wild shit that I've written down about last week, about life, about this, about that, about the other. Because that's what this show is. Rants, randomness, and relatable topics. There you go. You got some randomness. Let's get into some relatable topics. This past week, there were 2 separate incidents where cars were hanging over the line and they were all making left turns, but they were in my fucking lane. I don't understand it. The one time was a big ass bus. It's hanging over in my lane to make a left turn. Now, it wasn't an 18-wheeler. It was a bus. And to make that left lane, that left turn, when you made the left, you would have had 2 lanes that you could have turned into. And the turning lane was only 1 lane, so nobody could have snuck around the bus. I'm just like, dude, get the fuck over. Any other bus I see, they can make the turn at that intersection without hanging over in the fucking far right lane. And then the next time, I'm going straight, and a van is trying to make a left turn, which would cross in front of my path. But as I crest this hill, that son of a bitch is in my lane. And I toot the horn, and then they toot their horn, and I stopped. I stopped. As I was going by, I said, toot, toot, and then they said, toot, toot, and I stopped my car. And I thought for a second, go turn around. Go say something to this dumb son of a bitch. But you know what? I didn't, because actually at that exact time, I was going to get some ice cream. And I said, Chuck, just go get your ice cream. Don't even fuck that motherfucker. Go get your ice cream and enjoy the rest of your day. And I did, but I almost spun around, went back to their business, and almost was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know that you were wrong, and then you're honking your horn. Fuck you. And then I would have pulled out of their parking lot. And if you would have kept going on, I would have given your store horrible reviews. Fuck you. Your reviews would have been absolute hot dog shit garbage. Look, I'm still amped up. I can barely talk. I'm just like, dude, you see that you're over the line. You're into oncoming traffic. Now imagine if it was a little old lady. They don't give a fuck, because little old people that drive cars don't look left or right. They just grip the wheel as hard as possible and hit the accelerator. And you better have space, because they don't stop fast. You know how many times I've gone to the grocery store and see little old people get out of the car and they're just struggling to get out of the car. And I'm thinking in my head, well, fuck, if they're struggling to get out of the car now, then how is their depth perception? How is their reaction time? They're struggling to get out of the car. You think they're going to be able to mash the brake in an emergency? No, they're just going to roll right through that bitch. And that's why, sorry, if you're over 65, you should get tested, do like a driving test a little more, maybe, every couple years. Because at this point, listen, if you can get a senior fucking discount, then guess what? You need to be checked every couple years because I'm not trying to be a part of a fucking 16 car pileup because, someone's grandma didn't hit the brake. I thought it was the brake. Well, no, it was the accelerator, and now you're doing fucking 80. So, yeah, it's just getting that off my chest. You know what else I want to get off my chest? I talked about this last week. I am very skeptical about psychics and hypnotists, but I want to go. I remember in probably the late 90s, early 2000s, psychics and hypnotists were the thing. Like, I don't know. I don't believe in it. And I believe in a lot of stuff. I really do. But I've seen too many videos and heard too many stories of they feed off of your energy. Oh, you have a cousin with the first letter A. And you're like, sorry. It gets a little jumbled when the visions come in. A cousin with the letter C. And you're like, oh, Cal. And he was a great man. He had an intense job. You're like, yeah, he was a firefighter. And they're just feeding off of your energy. I want to go in and do a cold read with a psychic and not give any emotion. Just go in there and be like, yeah, But then that would be the time that they really they're good. Like, they're top notch, and I'm fucking sitting there crying, snotting, and I'm like, you're the real deal. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And then I want to be hypnotized. Hypnotize me that I don't want to go to any fast food restaurants. You're like, hey, you want to go to Wendy's? Just start yelling. Let's go to Roy Rogers. Oh, no. Please. Hypnotize me. Damn. I want to hate all of that stuff. Like, I still, to this day, do not go to McDonald's. I want that for all of the restaurants. I want it so I just cook my own food. If you check out the clip that I posted a few days ago, talking about healthy options and how these restaurants don't give a shit about us because the healthy options is a separate menu. It's not even the items that they give you normally. And everybody should have normal, healthy items. Because I get it. Look, everybody doesn't want to do dishes. I don't like doing dishes. But guess what? I got to do the fucking dishes if I cook a healthy option meal at the house. That's just it. That's just all, buddy. You know what I'm saying, buddy? So you just got to do the dishes. But to alleviate pressure, you can just go out to the store, get in your car, and then never have to do the dishes. People are lazy. It is what it is. I get lazy sometimes, quite a bit. It is what it is. But you got to, at least not do it every damn meal. I know motherfuckers that do not cook at home. And I'm like, wow. And then you're like, oh, they're going to shit themselves every single day. But yeah, okay, back to these psychics and stuff. I just want to go. I guess I just want to prove them wrong. Like, you don't know what you're doing. You've been swindling people for years. And then the hypnotist turns me into some kind of fucking sleeper agent. I don't know. I'd never know. Because I was hypnotized. Don't want to eat no fries. That's what I want. I want to be eating the good food. Hypnotize me so all I want is broccoli and Brussels sprouts. Because I love some broccoli, some Brussels sprouts, some mushrooms, spinach. Ooh, wee. I was on Instagram the other day, just scrolling through, doing my thing. And I saw pickled Brussels sprouts. Damn. And I was like, yes, sign me up for some pickled Brussels sprouts. Sign me up. Sign me up. I like pickled eggs. Pickled beet eggs. Oh, my. Have your fart smelling like a horse. So it was like, damn, what died in your body? Oh, nothing. Just had some pickled beet eggs and some broccoli. Ooh, you wouldn't want to be around me. I wouldn't want to be around. You ever fart so bad and you just go, oh, shit. You don't even think it came from you. You think someone snuck up behind you, farted, and then ran away, just disappeared. You're like, I guess someone has powers of invisibility because there's no way that came out of my ass. You're like, ooh, burns your nostrils. It's spicy in the morning. I tell you what's crazy, that people have all these options to lose weight that are not natural. Like they're taking Ozempic and whatever the other ones, Wegvoy or whatever the fuck it is. I thought about it for about 20 minutes. I know a lot of people that have taken it and, you know, they haven't just completely wasted away. They stopped at a good point. Like if they did any more, they would look like a fucking mummy. But where they're at, they look great. I'm not going to say they don't. They look great. But then you see these people out here in the world, you know, celebrities and shit, and they've taken it too far. It looks like someone locked them in a fucking basement and said, good luck. But then there's so many side effects, especially since half of this shit is fucking diabetic medicine, and you ain't got no diabetes. So it scares me. But the thing is, you know, if you were to have a major surgery, you have to fast. People don't believe in fasting anymore. I love fasting. I love eating one meal a day. Give me a big ass meal. I can do better with one big ass meal and then stay, active, stay fucking busy. That's what I'm trying to say. Just stay busy. If you eat around 2:00, right? You're working until most people are 5, 6. Then you get home 7, 7:30, however long your commute is, maybe even 8. You get a shower, you sit down, you read a book, you unwind, you watch a little TV. You don't eat. You don't think about it. You get some water. You fill up on a big ass glass of water, maybe 2 of them, maybe 3 of them. And then you're done. And then you take your ass to bed by, let's say, 10:00. You can't eat and sleep. That's the trick. If your fat ass is sleeping, then your fat ass can't be eating. It doesn't go hand in hand. So what I'm saying is, take your fat ass to bed. And hey, I'm talking to myself too. I'm a fatty. I've always been a fatty. But it's got to fucking stop. If you had for religious reasons, some of these religions, you fast for the month. And if you look at the studies and what people talk about, that's good for your body. It allows your body to focus on your body. When you eat processed food, your body has to work overtime to fucking break it down. And then, your knees hurt. Guess what? Lose some weight. But if you took a couple days off, your body couldn't repair itself. Your body is amazing. We just don't let it happen. These companies don't give us a chance because a whole meal is $5 and it's not even fucking real. It's not even a real meal. But it's $5, so it's easier than breaking out pans, heating up the oven, turning on the stove, mixing this together, mixing that together, doing this, doing that, cleaning up the dishes. That already sounds like a lot of bullshit when you can just get in your car. Yeah, let me get a number 5 with a large Coke Zero. It's always a fucking Coke Zero. The aspartame alone is going to kill you. You might as well just get the regular Coke and let it fucking eat your insides. So, I don't know. I'm all about my fasting. But then also, you got to do a little exercise with that. And that's where I get hung up sometimes lately. But it's getting better. I'm still hitting the gym. Not as much as I should be, but hey, I'm doing better than you, bitch. Listen, I'm weird. I like to keep things on point and on track, especially now that I'm getting older. I notice a lot of things. So what I'm talking about is when I'm doing my bills, I usually do things through the checking account because I know that the checking account will give you 1 to 2 days before the money comes out. So let's say you pay something on a Friday, it'll go Saturday, and then it will come out the next day, Sunday. But Sunday is a free day. Shit usually doesn't come out on a Sunday. So it would come out Monday night. So now, if you pay it on Friday, you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to get shit done. You bust your ass, you make the money somehow, some way. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay? It gives you 4 days to complete your task of making that money. So I love doing that. And then some of the places, let's say you don't have the money. I've learned what companies that I deal with that do a retry. So let's say I fucking don't make that money, comes out on a Monday. I know 2 days, 3 days later, probably normally 3 days later, they'll try again. Thursday, Friday, they're probably going to try again. Now that gives you some extra days to get that shit squared away. Just something weird that I've learned throughout the years. I don't know. Just some of the weird patterns. I like patterns. I like seeing patterns, noticing them. I notice a lot. I notice more than I think I notice, And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but you should notice that too. I don't do a lot of stuff with my debit card. I'll do it through the checking account. 1 to 2 business days. Well, do it. Pay it on a Friday. Gives you a little extra time. Let you sweat less. You know what I'm saying? Let you just ride it out. Listen, the weather's changing. Summer is getting close. And if you have dogs, listen, do everybody a favor and take bags outside with you when you take your animal out. I don't want to see people going out and just letting their dog shit and then they just go on about their day. Because I might follow you and smear it on your car windshield. Like that's rude, Chuck. Well, what's rude is if you're walking through the grass and you're like, man, I want to enjoy this grass, and someone let their dog shit in said grass, and now it's all in between your toes. You got dog doo-doo in between your toes, and you don't even have a fucking dog. Be considerate. That's what I'm saying. Just be fucking considerate. I'm going to be watching, and I will be the guy driving by saying something to you. I'll slow down, and see if you pick your fucking dog shit up. Like, you got the dog, you know that's part of the deal with having a dog. You can let them shit on your property, but when you're out and about, don't be that motherfucker. Pick up after your dog. I don't want to touch the dog shit. Well, you shouldn't have gotten the fucking dog. Thank you. But it's on your property. Guess what? Let them shit until there's no more grass and it's only shit. I don't give a shit about that. But if you are out in public, don't be a motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking for. No motherfuckers out in public. I think that they should do away with self-service food areas. You know why? Because of kids, because of old people, and because of the consistently sick motherfuckers that go out in the public and think it's just cool. First of all, people will let their kids run around in a grocery store, and they have those hot bars, and you look over and the kids just finger fucking the food. They're like, I want some pasta. And then they're just digging in their nose and then digging in the fucking food, eating it, nose, food, eating it, nose, food, eating it, nose, food, eating it, nose, food. And that's how the pandemic starts again. Nasty fucks. And then old people, they just don't care. They'll sneeze all over the place. They'll just they got a sneeze guard. They're like putting their head under the sneeze guard. I can't reach it. I just want to be able to reach the peppers. Like, what the fuck? And then the sick people, they come out and they got that cough. That cough that sounds like something's behind it. You can't fake it. I can't fake it. But if it just sounds juicy. They got that juicy cough. And these are the motherfuckers that never cover their mouths. They just cough into the air. I'm just going to start saying, what the fuck, out loud. I see you. What the fuck? And if you say something to me, listen, I am all about saying some absolutely diabolical shit to someone. I will say some horrible shit that would make you think about it 2 months later. Like, I remember when I went out in the public and this guy said he hoped that my fucking dog got AIDS. Like, listen, don't be a rude, inconsiderate, cocksucking piece of shit, and I won't be a motherfucker. Okay? Deal? But I'm done with that shit. We have made it through the pandemic, and then people have the balls to just cough uncovered. No, fuck you. Fuck you completely, 100%. Fuck you and go fuck yourself. No, I'm done with that shit. We're not doing that. So I'm going to be loud about it. And if you want to, respond and add to it, then guess what? I will make it worse. I'm not going to say I'm going to beat someone up. They want to get physical. Mama always said, let them hit first. Because after that, I'm going to, listen, I got a big head. I will headbutt the fuck out of you. Okay? We'll just leave it at that. And we shall move on. All right, look, I wrote this down, and look, life moves fast. Life is a crazy fucking, concept? It's crazy. The wild thing is we all don't make it out alive. We're all gonna die. Sooner or later. That's it. That's life. I don't fucking understand it. But what bothers me is when I'm trying to lay down at night and get my fucking 7-8 hours of rest, and I lose 2 hours because I'm thinking about my mortality. I'm like, man, is tonight going to be the night? You know, what's going to happen tomorrow? Just dumb shit that I don't need to be thinking about. And then I have to put on some fucking rain music to get my ass to sleep, to not think about, wow, this is crazy that I'm here right now. And I have to make the best of it. And no matter what the fuck I do, I will not make it out of this alive. It's crazy. I try not to think about it too much, but hey, I fucking think about it. It's wild. Life is wild, man. Life is fucking wild. I don't know. I'm sorry I just, changed everything up, but this is what happens at night. I think about this stuff. I think about different people. I think about friends, family, this, that, and the other when I'm trying to be sleeping. But the biggest thing I think about is, hey, when is this going to happen? And then I'm like, go to sleep. You don't know. You're never going to know. It's just going to happen. So shut the fuck up, shut the fuck down, and go to sleep. That's all we can do. Get some sleep. Live life, have fun, and don't be motherfuckers to each other. That's it. That's all. Dude, let me tell you, I have so much fun with this podcast. So much fun. Like, you don't even understand. And I don't talk to a lot of people and have interviews and stuff. It's just me. And I do like it like that. I've said I want to get into some interviews and this, that. It's easy. It's hard to do. You got to set everybody's got to have like that perfect time. There has to be that in sync of schedules for interviewing someone. I'm not trying to just go out into the world and be like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? I want to talk to the people I know, the people I care about and stuff like that. But this is just fun. This keeps me organized. Over the weekend, I set up the 4 quarters for the year. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Boom. 4 quarters. And then I write down every episode number, like episode 266. And then I put a dash. And then I put the date. And so when I go through the paper, I'm like, all right, this week, episode 266, March 16th, the prologue. And then under that, I put Wednesday. Wednesday, March 18th. News edition, episode 244. That's called endorsed. So I do all of this for the whole year. And then I go back and I look at the calendar and I look at the holidays. And then I match them up with the episodes. And I put a little note. Hey, this holiday is on this day. So if a holiday is on a Thursday, on that Monday episode, I put a little parentheses on the side. Like, hey, don't forget, this holiday's this day. This, that, and the other. I I get things set up. Yeah, I'm organized. I have written everything out for the entire year. Now I just have to go back and plug in the rants that I want to coincide with said episode, especially if it's, like a holiday episode. I'll put a couple things in about the holiday, this, that, and the other. It keeps me happy because I'm staying consistent with something. 200, what have you done consistently for 266 weeks that's not masturbating? What have you done? Keeps me up to date because I got to check the news out all the time. I'm learning about different things that are going on in not just the U.S., but the whole fucking world. And the world is fucked right now. The whole wide world is fucked. It's crazy. And then it just keeps me in the loop. I know shit. I have fun knowing and learning shit. So I'm all looped up, baby. So that's why I love this. And then later on, I'm going to, learn more about other people's lives, hear their stories, hear what they, the good, the bad, and the ugly in their lives. And I definitely want to get that going more. But again, syncing up schedules, that can be a little rough. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. I think I'm getting out of here. This was another good one. I'm happy you were here for it. And big things are coming. That's what I'm going to say. Big things are coming. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get out of here. So you have fun. You be safe. And let's go ahead and hit that music. And I'm going to get ready for Wednesday's episode. All right. Let's do it. Don't forget Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Casually Uncomfortable, Twitter at Casually Unchuck. Let your friends know, please. Let them know. I'm having fun. You're having fun. We're having fun. They want to have fun. That's all I'm going to say. All right? Be safe. Have fun. And don't be a piece of shit. Thanks. Peace.